pressure, which we have not seen the first two games. So I think that's something you can expect to see in Game 3 from the Wizards, and we'll see how Toronto handles it.
John Wall has sunglasses on. That means it's time for him to answer questions from the media.
I just think the first quarter they came out aggressive. I think with me and Brad picking up 2 fouls early in the first quarter kind of hurt us. They really went on a big run. Other than that, I feel like we would have been in the game. I mean, 44-27 the first quarter is very tough, and our 2 best players is out with foul trouble. That kind of hurt us, and they took full advantage of that. And you give credit to those guys.
John, Michael Grange from Sportsnet. Down 2-0, do you guys feel like you're in a bit of trouble in this series, or is it just kind of going home? And
No, I wouldn't say trouble. I mean, every series is different. Every year is always different in the playoffs. We had this situation. We was up 2-0 going to Atlanta. They took care of home court in their situation. We went to Boston. We're down 2-0 and came back home and took care of what we were supposed to do. We have to definitely make adjustments. They're a team that's going to be hungry coming into Game 3, trying to take full advantage of that. And we have to be the team that's very hungry, trying to take care of home court and just take it one game at a time. We can't try to jump and say winning Game 3 is going to give us a 2-2 series. We're down 2-0. We're the team that's in the hole. We're the team that's desperate, but we have a lot of confidence. We're not down on ourselves at all. I think we made an adjustment this game. Other than that first quarter and me and Brad picking up 2 fouls, we was right there in that game. But you give those guys credit. DeMar came out and had a heck of a game. Making 4-point plays from the 3-point line is very tough for those guys. And we let them get off early, shooting threes.
John, you and DeMar became All-Stars in the same year 4 years ago, and you guys, this is your second time playing him in the playoffs now. How have you seen his game evolve over the last few years?
He's just one of those ones that know how to get to the free throw line. A heck of a job getting to the free throw line. But he probably has the best mid-range game in our game right now. You know what I mean? He perfected his craft in the mid-range game area. And he's a tough cover. You know what I mean? We understand what we have our hands up for, but we're not going to back down from that coverage. And tonight when he's making threes, he's very tough to guard. And we just got to make adjustments, make it tough for him, and not make him feel comfortable. I think last game he wasn't too aggressive. This game he came out very aggressive, and we let him get comfortable.
John, Nikki Ray, Sportsnet. After practice this morning, you were talking about the officiating, perhaps not getting some calls that you would have liked to have gone. How do you feel it went tonight?
I mean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Last game I said some calls I didn't get, but at the same time I still got to finish those plays. Tonight I got a couple calls, and I still got to finish some of my plays I feel like I missed. That's not going to dictate what the game is. I think it messes with your shooting percentage a little bit. Other than that, it's not really going to adjust the game unless it's late in the game. But it is what it is. That's not the reason why we lost. We lost because we were down 44-27 in the first quarter.
John, Sean Woodley, Raptors HQ. When Mike Scott's out there going 4 or 5 from deep, how does he sort of change the shape of the offense for you guys when you're out there?
Well, when we go small, you know, I mean, Mike's a guy that could shoot from the 3, and then if they switch smalls on him, he could definitely score in the post. He's been a great piece for us all year, and we know what he can bring to the table. And we try to use him as much as possible. Every time I'm in the game, he's in the game, I definitely try to run my pick and rolls with him. Teams like to switch. I can throw it to them in the post if they don't switch, and they leave 2 on me. Definitely can make shots, but they also can find people at the same time. And I think he's been great for us these first 2 games, and hopefully he can keep it up going back home.
John, I know Young was like ESPN. You were talking about the foul trouble with you and Brad early, maybe taking you guys a little bit out of your rhythm, but Brad played a career high in minutes this season. What do you see is going on with his game right now? Is he feeling a little fatigued from that, or is he just kind of just out of the rhythm from foul trouble?
I really wouldn't know what to say. You know, I mean, that's up to Brad to tell you, but he's been our MVP this year. He's held it down a lot while he's been out. He's not going to make an excuse about playing the most minutes or being fatigued. We have to do a better job as me as a point guard of getting him involved and trying to find him shots and make it easier for him. And also for himself, I know he's going to be very tough on himself. He's definitely going to get in the gym and try to get extra shots up and find ways to be more aggressive. We definitely need his scoring and his ability to create for others to make our team better and be complete and compete against this team.
You know, outside of the foul trouble that stopped you and Brad's rhythm, as a team, you guys gave up 7 3-pointers, and of course you mentioned the 44 points. You know, after 2 days for preparations and adjustments and even a shoot-around today, are you a bit surprised that you came out flat defensively?
I wouldn't really say flat. You know, I mean, what it was, kind of the coverage that we ran against Kyle Lowry. We was trying to double team as much as he came off of pick and rolls, and when we was doing that, we was leaving the weak side wide open. You know what I mean? I think we still got to make that extra effort to go out and contest shots. But when you're giving guys warm-up shots, they definitely going to make them. But then I really don't think we really gave it too many. Look at DeMar. He came out and made 3 threes off the dribble that was contested. And one of them was a 4-point play. Other than that, I think, Cal got a walk-in 3 in transition. OJ, I got one in the corner wide open. They came out and made some tough shots early on, but we didn't make it any better because we wasn't making shots at the same time. But we always, throughout the whole game, we kept saying just keep fighting. They'll let us back in. We kind of made a run and got it to 5, and then they went on a 17-4 run.
John, over here, that lineup you guys played most of the fourth and kind of got yourselves back in the game with Ty and you in the backcourt and just that super small lineup. Is that something sustainable? Is that something you guys can do more of, do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I think Coach seen some things through that we'll probably watch on film. But it give us 2 guys that can push the pace, get downhill. At times it could take me off the ball and I could be on the weak side and be more aggressive where teams can't load up on me. But I think we just played with a sense of urgency. We just came out and played aggressive while we were switching pick and rolls and made a couple of adjustments. And guys are just fighting. Guys are just battling. That's something that we talked about. That's something you have to do no matter who's on the court. The 5 guys got to go out there and compete. Trust the next guy's going to help them and treat it like it's a brotherhood.
Oh, shit. John Wall there. Jonas Valanciunas there. We'll hear from him on the other side after a wrap through.